Hey, bro, hit my intro.
What's happening, my visionaries? It's your man J Rockin'. Back in effect, I'm live and direct, and I'm coming at your neck with yet another video, baby. The video, man, as always, just like, subscribe if you want to. If you don't, then just do it if you want to do it, because Jesus said this was the right thing to do. What's happening, my visionaries? It's your man J Rock, man, back up in this thing with, yes indeed, another video, man. You dig? Anyhow, about to check out once again Fear Factory. Last week I reacted to Self-Biased Resistor. That title was so original and so auspicious that I immediately remember it. Self-Biased Resistor. Wow, what a title. But so now I'm about to check out Replica. Also, what was very intriguing about listening to Fear Factor and being formally introduced to them for the first time last week is that one of the things that I immediately noticed and observed was, initially I would have really conflated them with other metal bands that I've heard before because it had that initial sound. But I love how they really subverted my initial sort of presupposition of like, okay, this is gonna be one of those, and I liked it. Even if it would have just been that standard metal song, I still enjoyed it. But they really surprised me when they started to add different elements and started to incorporate different aspects of metal music. It wasn't just straight thrash or what have you. I'm not sure the correct classification of the genre, what you call it, but it wasn't just the fast pace, the fast drums, the fast tempo. It had substance behind it, and I definitely did enjoy that, man. So I'm gonna see if this track is gonna be the same thing, and hopefully this shit don't get blocked. But you know how that go. Only thing you can do is hope when it pertains to YouTube. Good, best believe they try. Anyhow, let me put on my headphones of truth. Bam, we gonna do what it do. Fear Factory, Replica. And if you ain't a replica, if you the real deal holy spiel, the authentic, the one of a kind, you'll hit that subscribe and like button. All right. Let's do it. See, hold up, man. See, this shit has been skipping on me all day. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but I was about to go crazy from that drop, and then it skipped on it. What are the... What is the possibility of that, man? That's fucking... Yo. Fortuitous. Let's go. Crazy riffs, man. Ooh, the power chords, like. Like that cymbal ride. That snare is sharp as a motherfucker, sharp as a Gibson knife. Like that power bar chord on that chord. bridge on this, man. Almost reminds me of Nirvana a little bit. These softer, more melodic parts are what I'm talking about. I love the contrast. Double time speed on that drum, man. I like the double vocals on this part. Nice stereo. You know, I'm not even aware of how it's humanly possible to play the kick drum, the bass drum, that fast. With that much impetuousness. Like, that shit is insane to me. My ankle hurt. It's swole right now. Just from listening to that. Just from seeing somebody play the damn bass drum that hard. I can barely keep up with basic 4/4 tempo at a 60 BPM. Excuse me. Yeah, 4/4 beat 4/4 at a 61 BPM on a damn drum kit. And this motherfucker is playing, I don't even know, but I'm pretty sure it's still in maybe what I want to say maybe 120 BPM, a little bit above that. I have to look it up, but that's just crazy to me, man. Anyway, but pertaining to the song though, yeah, I like this. I definitely did enjoy this. I thoroughly did enjoy this. Again, it has all the familiar aspects and facets of what I would categorize as, you know, standard metal, but it presents it and executes it in such a way that I think kind of differentiates it from other metal to a degree. Oh, I'm looking up the lyrics real quick. That I believe it kind of, you know, distinguishes it from other kind of metal that I've heard to this point, because it has that. Okay, that's exactly what I thought he was saying. But yeah, this is you know, that familiar metal sound, and yet once it gets to, you know, the chorus and the bridge, and it gets to one of those more softer melodic parts, that's when it differentiates itself from other stuff. Not saying that other stuff doesn't have, because you got bands like what is that band that I like, that I started doing on my streams? That's just gonna drive me. Opeth, yeah, bands like Opeth who really do do well with, you know, assimilating metal, but with melodic aspects and great arrangement. So not saying that this band sounds like Opeth, but I haven't listened to too much Opeth, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, Yeah, intriguing song, and intriguing um approach to metal. It almost sounds like when it gets to the bridge part and the chorus or pre-chorus, whatever you want to call it, um, or the chorus, it it sounds almost like grunge. Um, so yeah, those are my observations with this. I didn't really pay too much attention to the video, but I did infer a little bit about what the song could be about. And initially when I saw the word replica, I'm thinking, okay, this could be a song about maybe uh, really depicting the manner in which people are, carbon copies. They're inauthentic, disingenuous, and are simply just replicas of other individuals. That's probably not what it's about, but I'm gonna check by the lyrics. Said there is the first lyric besides is there is no love, no love. So already pretty nihilistic, you know what I'm saying? But we like that. I mean, I don't like that, in life, but it's a philosophy. I don't subscribe to it, but it's a philosophy. I am a duplication innocently. I was conceived so violently. So the contrast within that lyric, within those two lines, I'm a duplication innocently. I was conceived so violently. And judging from the chorus as well, I also have an idea about what the song is about. Could more literally, in a literal sense, be about being conceived from, I'm not gonna say the word because of YouTube. Well, shit, I don't get monetized. Well, I could, whatever. RAPE, excuse me. About being conceived from that particular encounter, that particular abhorrency. So it says, I am a duplication innocently, but I was conceived so violently, or I was conceived so violently. So could be that this is interpreted as saying that I am a duplication, by my natural propensity or inclination of my environment. Yet my conception, I was born of that, that that agony, that acrimony, and meaning contemptuous. So that's what it could be saying. There was no love. There was no love for me. There was only hatred. When you're conceived from that particular act, the multitude of trauma, the multitude of mental agony, my God. Then it says, I am RAPE, I am hate. It is just repeating that sentiment. Every day I feel anonymous hate, forever in the shadow of disgrace. I mean, this imagery with really portraying this self-deprecation and denigration. Every day I feel anonymous hate. So because you are conceived of hate, you now ascribe or attribute hate to everyone who you come into contact with because of what you've been exposed to and conditioned of, right? And this is me kind of being psychoanalytical to a degree, but then it says forever in the shadow of disgrace, excuse me. You are forever within how can I say, you are forever what am I trying to say? You are forever in I'm really trying to find a way to articulate my thoughts and my perceptions pertaining to that line. Forever in the shadow of disgrace. You are forever ingrained, ingratiated, and conflated with the egregiousness of the act that conceived you. So I believe that's how I want to articulate it. If you are forever in the shadow of disgrace because of the acts of the individual that, or the act that led to your conception, perhaps that could be because of people being cognizant about how you were conceived, which also which also coalesces and correlates with that preceding line about every day I feel anonymous hate. You know, I believe so. And it goes back to the pre-chorus, I am RAPE, and then I am hate. Filled with pain, a bruised and darkened soul, spare me from the life that's full of misery. I don't want to live that way. I don't want to live that way. There is no love. And yeah, and then the rest of the lines kind of just are reiterations of the same sentiments. But filled with pain, a bruised and darkened soul, spare me from the life that's full of misery. I don't want to live that way. I don't want to live that way. Being conceived of that particular act not only instills within the infant, the child, because it's so convoluted of a situation. It's difficult to express any form of, you know, any form of affection, of being amorous, or excuse me, amorous, or being nurturing, or any form of anything with just assuming that perhaps this individual, the narrative within the song, the individual that's within this song, the individual that this song is about, just assuming that he was raised by the woman that was unfortunately involved in this act. It's difficult to portray any form of anything because of the act that led to your child's conception. So perhaps it was years of mental anguish and torment that she wasn't able to express any form of maternal love, care, nurturing, and virtues of anything because of the egregiousness, the egregious impropriety that was the act that led to this child's conception, which is, from a morally absolute perspective, is wrong because it isn't the child's fault. But from just a completely human element, it's understandable. It isn't necessarily right, but right and wrong are relative concepts. So yeah. Anyway, I feel like I could wax poetic about this forever. Yeah, you know, Genius says that the song is about the issues of cloning or genetical engineering. I didn't interpret that at all from the lyrics. It was also suggested that Replica dealt with the issues of RAPE, abortion, and being born out of hatred. That was my interpretation of it. And it says this interpretation is even more plausible as the band told in an interview that this song's music video was banned from MTV because of the pro-choice lyrics. I'm not sure that that's initially what that's what I interpreted from it. Perhaps the song could be from the perspective of the individual who the act happened to and wasn't conceived, but just from the word conceive is how I form my interpretation around that, that word. So yeah. Anyhow, man, this video was gonna run way too long. So I hope my point was not concise at all, but I hope it was not informative, but I hope it allowed a different perspective maybe than what you had. Perhaps your perceptions of it were the same as mine. If it was, let me know. And I like that. I definitely did enjoy the song, and I hope I really touched on a lot of the points. Yeah, cool song. Anyhow, as always, man, visionaries, I salute you. Remember, I say best number, scratch my always do very best. Live, love life, because why? Because life is beautiful. That's why. I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Whew. Deuces.
¿Cómo te digo that I got you? Si yo te fallé 1000 veces. Aquí pensando en tus labios, esperando que venga y me beses. Puro papi, no sabe, no quiero no sabe. Yo fui responsable, siempre te quise, lo sabes. Tu corazón yo te rompí. Now I'm here feeling lonely. Tú estás lejos, lo siento. I feel you aquí en mi cuerpo. See if we could be a thing. Let's see if me and you can maintain. I just wanna know the real, man, the truth. I spend every dollar, baby, but I bet on you. Solo quiero que tú vuelvas, baby. But tu baby, yeah. Oh, te prometo que me entrego, baby. A ti, baby, yeah. Well, mami, I'm sorry. Don't get no one time.